Welcome to the Zay Zay Zone. I'm Isaiah, aka Zay Zay Nix, and today we're taking a look at the show that traumatized children. And for today's episode, I decided to pick Courage the Cowardly Dog, as I've seen many videos online and posts talking about how much they were afraid of it. Now, me personally, I used to love Courage a lot, but I was never really afraid of it though. So, let's take a look at the background, some infamous episodes, and the legacy of a show that traumatized children. Courage the Cowardly Dog was one of the cartoons from What a Cartoon that turned into a full-length series. A pilot called The Chicken from Outer Space was showcased on What a Cartoon in February 1996. The short would become a full series that began airing on November 12, 1999, and that would end on November 22nd, 2002. Courage the Cowardly Dog will have 4 seasons and 52 episodes with 102 segments produced overall. Courage the Cowardly Dog will be known for its weird, spooky, and disturbing episodes. It led many wondering how Cartoon Network picked it up and kept it around for as long as they did. Like most shows, there are iconic episodes that most people recognize. And now we're taking a look at infamous episodes, which is basically episodes that are so unforgettable. Now, let's take a look at the picks I've chosen for this. Start off infamous episodes, we have to begin with the House of Discontent. Now, most kids will remember their weird black and white live action face because it's very unsettling. I will say that they did a good job with the show because this is freaking me out right now. Uh, in this episode, Eustace gets confronted by the spirit of the harvest moon and demands them to grow crops by midnight or else they will have to leave. And as always, Eustace refuses. Courage had to step in to save the house from whatever chaos is gonna get pulled out on them. It's the usual Courage episode. Now, I personally don't think the plot itself is scary. However, that face though, man, that face definitely stuck with many kids. Next up is the demon in the mattress. So in this episode, Muriel buys a special mattress to cure her insomnia. But unfortunately, there is a mattress demon inside that ends up possessing her after she falls asleep. Her skin turned green, her hair turned red, and she has a weird manly voice now. We also see her head disconnect from her body, so overall it just became increasingly more scary. Eustace tries to exercise, but that fails. But thankfully, by the end, she was able to get the demon out, but unfortunately, Eustace will get possessed. I would say the scary part is seeing Muriel, someone who we love and adore out of character, into something pretty much unfamiliar. This definitely stuck with me all this time because it was just weird. And if I can recall correctly, this is one of the first episodes I've seen of Courage. So this is definitely melted in my brain. But I can definitely see why this could traumatize some kids. Next up is Freaky Fred. Now, Freaky Fred is actually the sister episode to The Demon in the Mattress. And honestly, this one is more scary when you look at it from mature eyes. In this episode, Muriel's nephew Fred, who appears to be nice and polite, turns out to be a freaky barber with an obsession with cutting and shaving. Now, overall, the episode is just disturbing, especially due to how Freaky Fred treats Courage. Kids may look at it and not really understand what's going on, but it's scary. At the end, he gets put in the straitjacket and taken out. Like, that's weird, especially if you don't know what's going on. But it's crazy how this made it past the censors back then in 1999. Next up, we have King Ramses' Curse. I think the most infamous Courage episode has to be King Ramses' Curse. I have seen so many people talk about this episode. So basically, Courage finds a stolen ancient Egyptian slab worth $1 million. And due to the fact of the value of the slab, Eustace refuses to give it back, which leads to this.
Return the slab.
What?
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Now, being stubborn made the whole situation much worse. Eventually, the slab was returned, and everything ended up being better for everyone. Now, this episode is definitely scary to some kids. Well, to most kids, because I've seen people talk about this all over the place, everywhere. Everyone talk about King Ramses' curse and Return to Slab. That scared everybody. But I think what makes this the most scary in my eyes is the horrible CGI and the voice. It makes this a whole lot more scary than you think. Alright, so I never paid too much mind to Courage. I always thought the show was weird, and for some reason I just love to watch it. I don't know why. I can't recall being scared after watching many episodes, as scary cartoon episodes didn't really make me scared, so I usually brushed it off. So I don't share the same memory as everyone else. But while I think the show is probably, not for kids completely, I'm glad that kids have a show like Courage because we need experiences like that to help us grow into who we are today. There's no doubt that Courage will forever be seen as a Cartoon Network classic, but also as a show that traumatized children. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching another episode of the Zay Zay Zone. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like and subscribe, and comment down below what episode scared you the most. But yeah, other than that, guys, peace, y'all.